Oh, where did it just put that? Okay. I think we're live. Okay. And now TikTok. It's going to be a very non-morning, other than just watching the market, I'd say. Probably not going to be anything to trade. Nothing triggering on our hot list. Nothing triggering. How come this camera is not turning on? Well, that's just... What the hell? Oh. Now I know why my computer was unplugged. It must have fell on the floor, and it was off because the camera is also unplugged. What on earth happened yesterday? Why did the camera get unplugged? No, actually the camera is plugged in. Never mind. Camera, there you are. All right. Yeah, there's some messed up things on the computer right now. We're not going to be doing TikTok today. I'll have to troubleshoot that over the weekend. All right. Fuck it. We'll do it live. So let's take an actual look at the market here on the daily. So we're 2 out of 3 candlesticks into a turnaround 3-day reversal pattern. If we cannot make a higher high today, then that's a strong reversal pattern in effect, which is, like so. You guys know it. Where are my drawing tools? Oh, they're there. When you get the higher high and then a down day that closes down and the next day is likely to not get over that point, then it looks like it's putting in a 3-day reversal. It's pretty cool. That we can see all this shit. And like last night in class, the analysis on this, just this 10-day analysis, hopefully was really informative for you guys. It's critical to make all your decisions based on the market first and foremost, and then you go over to individual stocks. So today we are retraced in the morning, about 30% on the market, and opening in the middle. It's 50%, about 35-40% retraced. Opening in the middle of yesterday's day, and we've got a lot of congestion in this area of yesterday's open and below it. So there could be some resistance at 372, 373. And then if we can get to 374 and break it, that would be reversing Jay Powell's speech. What expiration are my puts? Let me see. December 23rd. and November 23rd. I have two sets that are in December 23rd and one set that's November 23rd. I went and got longer duration after realizing I might need more. I probably don't, but you always want to get 3 times the duration of your expectation. Always. So anyway, interesting for some of you who didn't hear me talk about it earlier is that so far the market's acting strong in pre-market, right? Could it be strong at the open? And strong opens at bearish moments in the market can be exact signs of weakness and bearishness, and to be a bull trap. Price moves up trying to get you to let go of your shorts that you just put on. Once that's flushed out, then we can continue downward. But so there's a good chance, I'd say probably the highest probability, I wouldn't say it's a high probability, but I would say that the highest probability between all the different ways things can go today, say 4 different ways or 5 or 6 different ways it could go today, the highest probability one is for a strong open and a weak close. And, it's Friday. If price gets below Monday's open, that's not good for the week because that turns red on the weekly chart. So we have a lot of interesting kind of levels and points to work with. The open on Monday is 369. Right now we're at 371. We're talking about retracing to 374. So we have, interesting levels up high, which 373 and 373 could be an intermediate resistance level off of the open here, 373. And then any kind of strong opening, could be fake. Another way to, sort of know some of that while after some time has transpired is how's the relative volume projecting? How's the volume on the market looking like it's going to project to the end of the day? And if it looks like it's projecting low, then you know that upward move is fake. But if it's projecting strong, we have to think about it. However, my systems, you cannot get really an accurate reading off of 10 or 20 minutes off of the open. So you can't really get a good reading of that yet right away off the open. All right, we've got 11 minutes or so until the market opens. And I don't see anything new popping up. DOCS. Okay, we got DOCS, DOCS. Okay, we actually have one stock over $1 billion market cap this morning. 4 billion market cap. Doximity. What does Doximity do? Medical documents. Everything this morning is biotech, healthcare, or medical healthcare, health related biotech. So the only thing popping are the absolute crap stocks of the market. That just tells you, and everything else is below 250 million market cap. The quality of what's moving this morning is total shit. DOCS. And looking at the daily chart in DOCS, this is just a total failure of a stock. .2% ADR. Nothing but flat and down. So even one of the best picks is not looking too good. So it pretty much brings us back to positioning on the market, watching the market, and INVO. T-Con fading, MRAI fading out, INBS. Kind of flat. It has a low float also. Oh, so does MRAI. That's really funny. I read all those as billions. Okay. So at least all of these have low floats. INVO looking good with the smallest float. So, but these are all biotech stock popping that you could maybe get a scalp out of at best. Looks like I lost some participants in the live stream. Oh no, yeah. And that is probably because the outlook just looks like shit. So somebody's just ready to start their day doing something else. Yeah, and I don't blame you. Well, we lost one person, I guess. I forget who that was. Mark, Mike, Marcus, Daniel, Carl, and Dennis. Dennis had to go, I guess. Okay, there goes Invo with a little bit of movement. $1.30, maybe it gets to $1.40. I mean, if that interests you. If you're into that kind of thing. 8 minutes till the market opens. Gold is at 1949, what is it, 1950-ish? And basically in the center of a range. There's no trend going on in gold. The VIX is at 14.8, which I semi don't believe. It was at 15.5, but it's what it is. When the market starts to move, the first 10, 20, 30 minutes of the market will be very helpful to see. Everything's up. All sectors up. Market, perhaps not utilities, staples, healthcare. But it's still a little bit too early to tell. But if that's true, then there's demand for growth going on. Rates are also down again off of yesterday's push. Back to where they sort of JPOW started. Good morning, RJ. And wait a minute. What happened to... Oh, there we go. What was I going to say about that? And so that does relieve some pressure off of the market as well. Basically puts us right where we're at. Let's look at the 30-year chart. Probably poised to open down here. See how that plays out, but otherwise I might be releasing my calls, my hedge, if we break this low down here. 4.6%. So if 30-year gets below 4.6%, I'll release my hedge. With 5 minutes to go, there's still nothing really new popping up. RSL, ACB, that's cannabis, I think. ACB, it's up 15%. I mean, cannabis, healthcare, biotech, this is what we're dealing with. Yep, Blink A AIRE, Go EV. Two EV companies up this morning. AIRE, what is this again? Realpha Tech, which operates AI-powered real estate technology. Fucking A, what on earth? This, I didn't even remember. Did anybody remember hearing about this? Apparently it IPO'd at $20, and went to $600. Do we remember that? I don't remember this. It's about 1 month ago. Was that October 23rd? So what is that? It was like 3 weeks ago. I don't remember hearing about this stock going from $20 to $600 on IPO day. Ever since, it's been falling and falling, and it's now $5. Oh, that's hilarious. You can't make this stuff up, folks. I got to see this on the 5-minute chart. Let's move to 600. Yeah, it was through a bunch of halts. There was one halt where it halted on the way down. It halted at 400. And then when it opened, well, that wasn't really a gap, but then it fell and halted probably almost instantly to 180. That would have hurt. That's more than half your capital in the trade, obliterated in an instant. To say nothing of the one halt where it went from 500 and then opened at 400. That's 20%. Wow. I don't remember that. AIRE. I might have been like this one day, rare one day, where I was not able to trade the markets with you guys. You guys remember that? AIRE? Anybody? That's a crazy stock. It came out of nowhere. So dead cat bounces on shit stocks, biotechs, healthcare, bullshit stocks, crap, under 250 mil market caps, across the board, and the market's going up, and we're supposed to believe that bullshit? Yeah, I don't think so. I think the quality of the market has spoken. I don't think so. But anyway, we do have a potential trade on Invo. The stop will be 125 if you get in anywhere. Or VWAP, which is, 124. There's not much potential there. I mean, there is potential. It could pop over 140 and run, but for your first target at 140, that is 7.7% upside, or almost 4% downside. It provides like a 2 to 1. All right. Ooh, we've got 1 minute and 20 seconds before the market opens. I am curious to see how the market does play out. That 373 level, 372 also. 372 and 373 have some congestion, and then 374 could pop the market actually as it reverses where we came from with Jay Powell's speaking. I probably will add puts somewhere up there, but there's a possibility that I'll have to let go of the whole position. All right, 30 seconds, 28 seconds till the open. Apple popping right before the open. Okay, the market is open. Okay, be watching INVO, most interestingly. And the Qs, Apple starting to fade. The Qs going red right off the open, which is a tricky sign. INVO popping and running. INVO at 136 now, 137, 138, 139, 140, 145. See the instantaneous pop over 140, 144, 142. That was that pop. That's where you make your money right there in that 140, 145 pop. The market fading. Weak open could mean strong close. So this is curious. There was a guy on TikTok who does, I think, sort of finance talk. Anyway, I finally recognized his voice. And so I wrote on there, hey, by the way, has anyone ever told you you sound like the Oogie Boogie Man? He does. It's pretty funny. Whoa. I'm the Oogie Boogie Man. I mean, he sounds exactly like him. All right, the market has bounced off of that first minute. We're entering the second 2 minutes. Let's see, 2 minutes have transpired, and we're in the third minute. That's what 9:32 and 30 seconds means. We would think that we're in the second and a half minute, but we're actually in the half of the third minute. I guess we are in the second and a half minute, but we're in the third minute, even though it doesn't say 9:33. This is just weird fucking mathematical full, what do they call it? High functioning autistic bullshit that I think about. Because if we're in the third minute, why doesn't it say 9:33? That can be confusing. It's 9:32, and yet that's the third minute we've entered. Strange. All right, the market moving back down to the low. This will be very interesting to see how it responds to the low of the day. Is it going to break down, or is it going to make a break above? INVO totally failed out, by the way, in the meantime. All of those stocks going red. So even shit is crapping its pants. Meanwhile, Apple's going sideways, but the market itself is picking up some momentum. Unless we can get all the way up above yesterday's high, then this is a 3-day reversal. And that level is 374.80. So you can see how close that is. So if we can get back to 374, we reverse J-Powell. We're at 371.70. If we can get to 374, which is a possibility, it has to go through a bunch of resistance, then we could break a new high. That would just make this market unstoppable. And is not healthy. If so, then I guess we'd be climbing back up to this other pivot point, 381, over next week. Bit of a fight here at the open. Let's see what's up hot. IMVT, SPR, Roblox. Let's take a little look at Roblox. Having a good open. Now, it's not a reclaim. It's hard to get in, but after good earnings and pulling back, if it can get over yesterday's high, that could be an entry. That's 39.10. It's at 38.50 right now. Roblox, RBLX. It looks like volume on the market is in sell-off mode. And the breadth for the day is almost a 3-to-1 negative. The VIX is falling. S&P 500 has made lower lows. So I think the market is going to at least make a lower low right now. We're talking about the market. We're talking about the growth market. QQQ, NASDAQ. We're probably going to see the market make a lower low because the pressure is on and rates are rising. There's just pressure coming in from everywhere on the market. Who was in CRISPR? Was that Dennis? CRSP? I remember that stock just did really well, and I was like, who was that said they were in that? And you had asked about that. CRSP. Yeah, it went on a very nice run. Hopefully you took your profits because it then had two powerful pullback days. Yeah, that has a long way to go to create an entry. RBLX, SPR. Okay, the market just made a new high, the growth market, while S&P 500 drops. So we definitely have things fighting each other here. Staples are dropping, and healthcare is dropping. Financials dropping, industrials dropping, energy dropping, base materials holding, value stocks dropping, communications dropping, discretionary dropping, utilities holding. Overall, I'd say this is a sign of red, of an all-day red day. We're not quite there yet. We need some more minutes to see, and that could really change, but it looks like that's the direction it's wanting to go in, is an all-day bleed out. RVOL is projecting to be 160%, or, well, 1.6, so 61% more RVOL, more, 160%, 1%, so far, but we really don't have enough trading transpired yet to get a good reading. SPR, no. Roblox, back to Roblox. Top of the list. No, what's PLNT? Planet Fitness. Huh. Planet Fitness is a entry, but it's only 3% ADR. So, but that, is signaling IMVT. I think that's healthcare. I think that's biotech. Let me see. Immunovant. It's hard to say. You get people going like, "Oh man, you got some Immunovant?" Like, that's just not happening. CRISPR, SP, Emma. There's really not a lot up. Not a lot of growth stocks are up this morning, very much. And yet the market itself is doing quite well. The growth market. But the S&P 500 is fading out, bailing out, bleeding out. It's bounced, but it's in a much weaker spot. We're coming up through 372 now on the Qs, and it's that whole region between here and 374 which is fraught with a lot of congestion. We'll have to see how the market reacts to that, because a lot of stocks have resistance levels in there. So it might take some time to get every stock's reaction, whether we're going to blast through it or whether we're going to reject off of it. Nvidia is doing fine, and so is Apple. The VIX has almost fully retraced, meaning it's turning bullish. Well, the VIX is bullish, and S&P 500 is not too far behind, and the Qs are bullish. I'm going to lighten up my Qs position right here at nearly break even. I got a little bit of profit here. I'm going to close those out while we reverse above my break even on my puts. And then I will decide whether to get puts up higher from there. The market is acting fairly strong. Is it a bull trap? I'm not seeing that from the VIX. Seeing genuine strength, and as we're getting that strength while value, staples, healthcare, utilities, all the defensives are going down. So it's almost a hyper strong rotation into growth. Crazy as it is. William O'Neill, the high growth trading genius, says that the irony about the market is that when prices are high, it tends to go up. And when prices are low, it tends to go down. Insightful guy. What does that look like on the daily? Let's take a look. Yeah, we still have a lot of ways to go to get over 374.80. We're at 372.80. Volume so far is projecting to be light. So that continues to feed the narrative that this is a fake move up. As far as new highs and new lows go, we still are 3-1 bearish. But the VIX has now diverged it's really converged in agreement with the Qs, but with the SP 500, it's diverged bullish. At least in the intermediate term intraday here, we have bullish outlook. It just keeps going. 373.15 now. And remember, we're looking for a 374 to reverse JPow's reaction. We're hitting 373 now. Coinbase now at the top of the list. Why am I unable to click that? Okay, so I'm already on it. Of stocks moving. PLNT, SPR, Coin, LMB. I didn't have any coffee this morning. I don't know if you can tell. Limbach Holdings, okay. WTB, Biohaven is moving again. What do we got going on there? Yeah, nothing too good. Okay, what was I just going to look at? Just the overall chart. A low volume up day after a high volume distribution day. It's not encouraging to the upside. I just got to see if we make it over 374, though. INVO is reclaiming. It's entered a 4-point over VWAP reclaim at 130. Could have been an entry at 130, 131, somewhere in there. 4-point reclaim. And now it's at 137, 139. And looking like it wants to attempt to break 145 high of the day. All right, S&P 500 now green, making new highs. The Q is obviously making new highs. Base materials up. Staples down. Healthcare down. Utilities down. Financials reclaimed. Back up. Industrials up. Energy down. Rates doji. I mean, same. Communications moving up. And how about discretionary? Discretionary flying. Just never know. INVO about to break 145, 143. It just did 149.5. There it is. Now hit 149. Is not moving anymore. Is it going to halt? Is that why? I don't think that was a haltable move, was it? Possibly. I think it might be halting at 149. Strong move on INVO. I think it probably just halted. With that much energy, for it to just stay there at 149 and my chart's not update, must be halted. All right, David said yes, it did halt. Thank you, David. Roblox, not really continuing. No stocks are really strong, though. That's the most interesting thing here. Apple's trying to do something. NVIDIA. Sort by Arval. Trash at the top of signals. Just all trash. Anybody? Did you get into that Invo? I don't know if you day trade. But he get into Invo before the halt? He's definitely finding resistance at this 373 level market here. I think with the strength that the S&P 500 had to just have in order to reverse itself and come back from lagging the Qs, I think we do make it further. We do get blast up a little bit here. Because the momentum is there. AVRT. Let's see. Oh, AVRT. This is not an AVRT. Intervals. Yeah, jeez. Come on. No, there is no AVRT. Then what am I looking at here? AVPT. Okay. Pretty nice looking. 10% ADR. Well, today. 4% normally. Very nice uptrending chart at 4% ADR. Yeah, that's looking pretty good for trade. Oops, that should be the daily. And this should be the 1 minute. Okay. Ooh, pretty low volume, though. But it has been known to make a move such as 54% in 18 days. That's a little slow. A lot of stagnation periods. 1, 2, 3. 3 useful rallies in half a year. Kind of not worth your capital, even if it does work out, All right. The Qs are about to make a new high, I believe. 373.17, 19 on the Qs. And potentially heading back to 374. MU. Making a new 52-week high, it says. I guess yesterday. NTDOF. I think that's a Nintendo. Yeah, boy, what an ugly chart. PPC, BRFS. Oh, gosh. Too low of ADR, 2.5%. Okay, not interesting. Let's take one last look at the entire market here. Okay, it's doing well. Volume wise, let's see if we have a better reading now. Actually, volume has picked up. It's not even less than the open, which usually over projects it. It's more. So we're getting strong buying today. The only thing is nothing's really set up or triggering. Oh, I see Netflix on the list. Okay, that could be interesting. Let's take a look at that. DraftKings and Netflix. Oh, okay, that's definitely an entry. Netflix is an entry. Stop below the day, 436. Netflix. All right. So if you wanted to plant some money in anything, you got Netflix. You know, this is unofficial alerts going on here. 420. Okay. And the other one to look at is DraftKings. Netflix ADR is 2.5%, not super good. DraftKings, no. It's not really a proper signal. Deck. The deck is interesting. What's the ADR on that? 2.6%, pretty low. How about Dash? The other day we were in that. And Palantir. Let's take a look at those two. Any other tickers? Spill the beans now. No entry on Dash. Palantir. As I can get some ideas from Twitter of some things, you can't think of everything. Work as a community is best. Oh, actually, Palantir is an entry. Stop 18. It's at 1886. Palantir is signaling. That's good. ADR is 5%. Obviously, position size small. All right, well, I'm in Palantir and Netflix for starters. Let's think of any other names that were hot in the last week, 2 weeks. Uber, Datadog. That's true. Datadog. Let's see. Yeah, it's got good ADR and it's triggering. I'll get some Datadog. Stop low of the day. I could do 99. It's at 103.50. It's at 450. Uber, did we look at that yet? Wow, Uber's just been flying. Yeah, it is kind of a trigger entry today, more or less yesterday. Today at 50.76. It's already at 51.54. The question is that too far? No, it's perfectly obtainable. Stop at 50. Uber. Continuing through stock picks. Yeah, Duolingo I saw on people's radars. I hadn't really tracked that one. No. Down to Pinterest, somebody says. No. Nerds. I've seen that for the last few weeks. NRDS. Oh, no, that's been pulling back. HVCX. HVCX. That didn't even come up. HVCX. VCX. Strange. And then Duolingo looked at Verx. Pinterest PubM. Did I look at PubM? I don't think so. PubM. No on Verx. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to keep searching. But I will take my first break and see how this market continues. It's already pulling back now. Was an Invo at 123. Resumption gave a nice push, but pulled back pretty good. Shook me out and then spiked back up into another halt. Yeah. And that's just a sign, David, that it's crap. No one's going to be attracted to that. You know, that's not going to attract money. That kind of movement. 373.30, and we rejected it off of it on the Qs. S&P 500 looking like it's going to break down, but the Qs remaining somewhat supportive. All right, you guys. Yes, thank you, and see you back in the group. Have a great weekend. If I don't talk to you, we don't talk to each other. Yeah, it just goes to show when things come out of a halt, just take your profits. Doesn't matter if it's going to go up more. Make money. Concentrate on making money, and then first and primarily, and gambling second, not the other way around. If you've made money, take it. Just take it. Go have a drink. Okay, good. All right, you guys have a good one. INVO. Wow, look at that. Wow, 189. Nice. Dang.